Hello, and welcome to a child-friendly introduction to photography. My name is Mr. Welsford, and today it's the photographer's eye. How to look for things and what to look for, and training ourselves to view things in a photographic style. Hiding in plain sight. So the lot of pictures are right there in front of you, just didn't look in the right places probably. And to extend that idea, we are looking at repeated patterns and why they make successful, impactful pictures. So knowing how to look and what to look for, that's the key. So in this instance, I have taken the picture on the left, which is a standard average snapshot of the side of a building with a bus in the background. And I've thought about it a bit more, improved it with some composition and a bit of thought, and yes, I have edited the picture afterwards to make that red colour stand out a bit better. So our first little activity, we're going to find ourselves in a place where you can think, if an interesting place to start, find a place, think what the main colour is, or the main colour you'd like to go for, choose a particular colour or a particular shape. So it could be green grass, or it could be some trees, or it could be anything really. And then we're going to try and photograph that in as many different ways as possible, as we said in previous modules, for different reasons. So you might want a book cover sort of set up, or a screen, or anything like that. And then go back and delete all the pictures apart from your best three and find out why they're all the best. See that what I did for this one, I just went outside and I thought, the decking doesn't look particularly good in these photographs. It just looks pretty ordinary. Maybe needs a good old clean. Oh, there are my glasses. Found those again. And then we're going to apply some photographic style, looking at things a bit closely and getting some composition skills and getting some better images like these ones. One on the left is a little bit out of focus. I'll come back to that later. But as you can see, I've noticed that these flowers decorate the decking a little bit better, and it's a much more interesting picture. You can see a bit more detail in the grain of the wood, and the one on the right is a nice close-up of a rotten patch on the decking, which makes a nice little picture. And notice the rule of thirds, and I quite like the diagonal style as well, the golden diagonal. And there were some plants nearby, so I took some interesting pictures of the plant. You don't need to see the whole plant or the whole leaf, just look at composition. And the one on the right again doesn't look particularly pretty unless you look at close up at the patterns and the textures. Looks a bit better. Right, second activity. We're going to do the 3-meter circle challenge. So we're going to go out and find a place to stand where your 3-meter, the center of your 3-meter circle. Have a look around and see if there's anything interesting, and stand in the middle of it. Then you're going to take some pictures within 3 meters of where you originally stood. So again, you're going to have to think about looking at things, moving around, either getting low down like I did on those pictures, or high up, or to the side, or take some interesting vantage points and see whether they improved your photography. Delete all but the best 3, just keep those, and think to yourself, why were they better? What was I doing to improve my pictures? Okay, so for this challenge I went into the garden where I live, and I thought trampoline, not pretty, looks a bit like some sort of alien fishing net that's been dumped in our garden. So I thought that'd be a bit of a challenge. So I had a look around, I took a bunch of pictures. I'll be honest, these were the best ones I've got. So the one of the tree on the left, nice little structure of the tree with a bit of net masking it, and the one on the right I've just used the diagonal rule and focused on the netting and made it look a nice interesting pattern. And then I struggled a bit more and I thought, I'll get underneath the trampoline and get some nice close-ups of the springs. Unfortunately that one on the left is a bit out of focus. You just need to maybe step back a little bit or come back a little bit to get it sharp in focus, and maybe edit it later if you want. So I managed to get some decent pictures out of that. So best of luck with that. Right, moving on to our extension. Let's have a think about repeated patterns. Now, the human eye loves repeated patterns. And notice that the pictures are, for example, the one on the right with the chairs. Obviously, that's in a big hallway. The photographer has really cropped all that out, just concentrated on the patterns. There's no people there. The forest again, the one in the middle, that's quite a classic picture. It's quite difficult. You don't need the whole tree. The trees need to be fairly uniform to get that idea to work. And the one on the left of the pebbles, the paving stones, again, nobody normally looks at paving stones, but if you give it a certain photographic slant, you will see nice little patterns going on. Okay, and there's some more patterns here. The strategically placed forks with the lighting, and some frozen berries and some leaves, and the good old tree trunk there. That's a classic picture, really. Again, you don't really need the whole tree trunk. Everyone knows kind of what that looks like. The photographer has obviously concentrated on the rule of thirds and to get that pattern to come through nicely. Okay, that's it for today. So, good luck with all of that. Can you apply those ideas for anything else you like doing as well? Either hobbies, interests, holidays, you name it. All right, I shall see you on the next one. Bye.